Hey guys, happy Wednesday. Debbie Mason here. So today I want to talk with you about a subject that's kind of, important to me, and that is this: do you want to be exceptional? Really, if you think about it, don't all of us want to be exceptional? I mean, nobody wants to be called ordinary. But see, the problem is we have this little thing between our brain. Between our eyes, it's called our brain. And it tells us that we just don't have what it takes. Hey, Courtney. That we just don't have what it takes. We think that people that are exceptional are born with that, or they're geniuses, or they're gifted in some way. We just don't think we have the capacity to be that way. But here's the facts. That's just not true. It's just completely not true. I bet many of you are like me, and if you think about Mozart, we tend to think of Mozart as a child prodigy, right? I mean, I always have thought he was a child prodigy. But here's some things about Mozart that might surprise you. Mozart's father was actually a composer, and he began training and teaching a young Mozart at about the age of 4 or 5. Hey, Whitney. And what happened is Mozart began to learn from his father. His father mentored him and trained him, and it's actually believed today that some of the young notable writings from Mozart actually were from his father, not from Mozart. Mozart's first recognition came as a teenager. So if you think about that, if his father was training him when he was 4, 5, and 6, and his first noticeable recognition from any of his compositions did not come until he was 15 or 16, that's a decade. That means his father spent a decade pouring into him before he ever had any kind of recognition at all. And the truth is that can be said for a lot of people that we consider geniuses. I think about Ben Franklin. Think about him. Ben Franklin has changed our lives. Henry Ford. Really, look at our vehicles today. Even Oprah Winfrey, who's a modern day entrepreneur, genius. We consider her genius. She actually changed the face of daytime television. But see, here's the truth. None of these people were geniuses. They were just ordinary people like me and you. The difference is not what they were born with. The difference is what they did with what they had. They just worked with what they had. I remember reading a story about Oprah, and she was born in a very small, poor town in Mississippi. And she had no advantages at all. And I also remember her being fired from one of her programs on TV, and she was told she was not meant for television. See, it's not that they're born with it. They have nothing special. It's what they do with what they have. It's informed practice. It's involved practice. You have to be willing to put forth the work. It's not a gift bestowed upon you. It's what were you willing to do with it. So the next time you feel like, well, I'm just not smart enough, or I'm just not talented enough, or, I just don't have what it takes, I want you to think about these people and the amount of time that it took for them to become exceptional. They weren't born with it. It didn't happen overnight. They took time. It took time. And you know what? There's things that you can do to help if you need to. You can hire a coach, whatever your goals are. Read. Just surround yourself with people who are like-minded and who are trying to be exceptional like you are. My friend Bob Heilig always says that by the time you achieve success, 90% of the work is over. And that is so very true. The problem is most of us are not willing to be patient and work through it. You have to work through it. You have to overcome it. You have to be persistent, and you have to never, ever quit. Never quit. Remember, 90%, by the time you're successful, 90% of the work is done. So be willing to work, because here's the truth. Every single one of you have the ability to be exceptional. Every single one of you, if you're willing to work for it. So guys, I would love it if you would like or comment. Let me know where you're tuning in from. Sometimes I don't know where everybody's at, and I would love to hear that. I also very much appreciate hearts and thumbs up. It means a lot to me. I hope you guys found some value in that. I know every one of you are exceptional, and go out there and do great things. And I hope you guys have a great Wednesday, and I will talk to you tomorrow. Bye.